Well, nationally it appears the tide of the housing market is beginning to turn.
Yeah, according to a recent report from the housing website Redfin, U.S. housing market has nearly 500,000 more sellers than buyers, which could mean some good news if you're looking for a home.
But is that the case if you're looking at Metro Detroit? Well, 7 News Detroit reporter Jolie Sherman is getting the perspective of a local real estate agent and a seller hoping to downsize to get a better understanding of the housing market here in Metro Detroit.
So what is it, a buyer's or seller's market here in Metro Detroit? Well, realtors we spoke to say it isn't so one-sided. It really depends on where you're looking and what you can afford.
For the last 5 to 6 months, there started to be a little bit of a different narrative coming nationally than what we're seeing here locally.
Jeanette Schneider is the president of RE/MAX of Southeastern Michigan. She says the housing market in Metro Detroit is leaning more toward a seller's market, meaning more buyers than available homes.
There's still a lot of competition for first-time buyers. That's the group that's been most impacted with the lack of inventory, with the affordability challenges.
But she says conditions are beginning to ease for buyers.
We are starting to see more inventory coming on the market. There's more choices for buyers available. We're also seeing the inventory staying on the market a little bit longer.
Schneider says this is happening for several reasons, one being that people are ready for a change.
I need to get the bigger house to accommodate the growing kids, or I need the smaller one-level home to accommodate, maybe somebody who's aging.
That's true for Oak Park resident Don Gamp. He's looking to sell his home of over 30 years and buy a smaller house up north. But he'll tell you it's been challenging on both fronts.
It's been on the market on and off since September of last year. I've had 3 different realtors. It hasn't been pleasant, but I've learned a lot.
In the beginning, he was selling his home for just under $250,000.
Figure we're gonna go in low because the price break for people to look at houses is at $250. So I went at $249.9, thinking, okay, we'll create a buzz, we'll get the bidding war, and I barely got people coming to look.
Gamp decided to take his home off the market to make some updates, adding a new roof, furnace, gutters, and water heater.
Counters have been updated.
And is now selling his home for $275,000.
I do know that I am fairly priced.
That's one of the biggest tips for sellers.
You really want to nail the price accurately. You don't want to come in too high, because buyers won't come and look at it.
She also says make sure you hire a great agent who knows your local market and can help you come up with the right price. As for buyers,
really focus on, have you saved the money for the down payment? Have you met with the lender to know what you can afford? And can you afford the monthly payment on a property?
That's what's key to getting those new house keys. In Oak Park, Jolie Sherman, 7 News Detroit.